Power banks. What's small, what's big, medium, how fast does it charge? What should you be looking for if you are in the market for one? These are some of the questions that I'm here to answer. Keep it locked. Hey, what up? It's your boy MobbJustice back again with another video. Today it's not gonna be anything too long or too complicated. I'm here to tell you a little bit about these power banks. So you're in the market for a power bank and you want to know what should you know or how do you decide on a power bank to buy. Well, there's two big things that are involved when you're trying to find a power bank that's right for you. The first thing is how much power does it store, and then the second thing is how much power does it output. So starting off with how much power does it store, all power banks essentially, it's a giant battery pack that you charge up so that you can charge up other devices, whether they're tablets, cell phones, or in some cases even laptops. So basically how this works is your power storage is measured in what are called milliamp hours. That's mAh. If I was to look on the back of this particular power bank, you'll see, and you see this on the back of almost all power banks, there's usually a rating on the back, and this particular one is rated at 10,000 milliamp hours. That's how much power this particular power bank can store. So what does the capacity of your power bank actually mean for you in your life? Well, if I can use the example of cell phones, I think that would demonstrate how useful this is. So I'm going to use two phones. I have an iPhone here and I have a Lumia 925. So basically we said that this is rated, this is the power bank. The power bank has a capacity of 10,000 milliamp hours. And then if we say that this is an iPhone and this is an iPhone 6, and it has a battery capacity of 1810 milliamp hours. So if we were to do some quick maths, you can just divide and say that if you had 10,000 and then you divide that by 1810, you get that funny number, which is 5.52 whatever. So basically what it means is this power bank is going to charge an iPhone 6 is going to charge it 5.52 times. So practically that's 5.5 times. Now I have to state that this figure is theoretical, because a lot of the time, after some time, your power bank might start losing charge, and in some cases you might not even charge up your power bank to its fullest capacity. So these are how it's meant to be. The other example, this is the Lumia 925. As I said, this has a slightly bigger battery than this one, and it has a capacity of 2000 milliamp hours. So that's a very simple calculation. 10,000 divided by your 2000 gives you 5 times. So that means that this particular power bank can charge a normal-ish smartphone about 5 times. Now there are a number of power banks on the market and they all come at different sizes: 10,000, 2,000, 20,000 on the higher end. So it just depends on what capacity you go for. Usually the higher the capacity, the more expensive it's going to be. The other thing that you have to consider when getting a power bank is how much power does it actually output, because that then affects how fast it charges your phone. A lot of these power banks, particularly these ones, come with 2 USB ports, and I will show you this, but basically this has 2 outputs. One is 1 amp and the other one is 2.1 amps. So that usually then depends on your particular phone and what type of voltage, what type of power it takes in, right? You also see on the back of this particular power bank and the power banks that are in store, they usually have a conversion between, let's say, volts and let's say your your amps, so you can see on the back what that actually means. But I can definitely say that most of these power banks have a 1 amp and a 2.1. Some have a 1.5. It usually just depends, but I can definitely show that on this particular power bank, because I have a 1 and I have a 2.1, the 2.1, because it's a high capacity, it's going to send power from the power bank to my phone at a faster rate, which means it charges your phone faster. But it usually depends on the phone that you use. Coming back to the two phones I was using earlier on, this iPhone can use either one of these two slots, but definitely the 1 amp slot is going to charge it much slower, whereas the Lumia on the other hand can only be charged using the 1 amp slot. Whenever you plug it into the 2.1 amp slot, it just doesn't do anything. It will show that something is plugged in, but no power is going through because the phone itself isn't rated to receive power from a 2.1 power source. So that's it in terms of power banks. I hope that I've been able to help someone out there. I know that power banks have become quite popular because our smartphones are very important to us particularly. I know that these things also charge your tablets and in some cases laptops, but mainly phones is where it's at. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have a suggestion for a future video, or if you're curious to know about some gadget or an issue that's related to technology, the web, or anything like that, please hit me up in the comments and then I will do some research and maybe that can be a future video. Thank you to everyone who's been watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Hey, this is Baby G and you're watching the Mob Justice channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Live it, love it, like it. This is the MobbJustice TV.
No.